Hello everyone, I've got a one-shot build for Remnant from the Ashes. The first gun I'm going to show you is the hunting pistol with a wildfire shot. I only use it against elite opponents and bosses. I use the 5 shots to set them on fire and their health is constantly going to go down, but you can still pump them with the hunting pistol. The second weapon is the sniper rifle with the swarm mod. You can easily pick off enemies from a distance so they won't be bothering you, and if they get close or you're in dungeons, you can just use the swarm mod and it's going to kill everyone that's around you. For the melee weapon, it doesn't really matter what you use because you're going to keep your enemies constantly at a distance. I just use this because I like the way it looks. And for the armor, I'm going to be using a Slayer set because each time you reload your weapon, it's going to increase your next shot by 35% and you're only going to be using one-shot weapons. For the necklace, I'm going to be using the Gunslinger's Charm. It increases your fire rate by 10%, but that doesn't really matter. What you need is to increase reload speed by 25% because you want to be shooting as quick and as much as possible at all times. For the ring, I'm going to be using the Ring of Supremacy. You can obtain this in hardcore mode by killing the world boss in the jungle. It increases your damage by 25% as long as you had full health for at least 5 seconds. The next ring is going to be the Empyrean Loop. It increases your damage by 30% and decreases your fire rate by 20%, but we don't need fire rate because we're only using single fire weapons. You can also get this in hardcore mode by killing the world boss in the swamp. Now for the traits, there are 3 that you must have for this build. One of them is Quick Hands. It increases your reload speed by 25%. The next one is Exploiter. It does extra 20% damage to weak spots, so those headshots are going to deal even more damage. The next one is Kingslayer. That increases your critical hit damage by 50%, so even if you combine that with the Exploiter, it's just going to do massive amount of damage if the weak spot hits. The next one is Executioner. That just increases your critical hit chance by 20%, so you can land more of those big hits. The next one is the Mind's Eye. It's going to increase your range damage by 15%. That's just going to be even more damage for your weapons. So these will be the necessary traits for this build, but you can also upgrade your health, your stamina regeneration, anything you really want that suits your playstyle more. But for this one-shot build, these are really necessary. So next I'm going to demonstrate how this build works on Nightmare mode against the End, the world boss on Earth, and after that I'm going to show you how this build also works against normal enemies and elite enemies on Nightmare mode as well. So as you have seen, this build works really good against the bosses, but it works really well against the enemies in open world where you just want to pick them off one by one shot. And it works really good against the elites as well, as you saw at a 4300 damage against the archer. Now that's the build. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch the rest of the video, it's just me killing a few elites and a few normals. But thank you for watching and see you the next time. Bye.